4. You're listening to 92.3 Nigeria Info. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to you listening. Welcome. It's time for you and I to look at something I think is important, and I hope it's interesting, because sometimes things that are important are not as interesting. But I hope I do my best to make it an interesting conversation for you. Once again, I'm Khaled Akurubatabo. We're live on Facebook. We're active on X, both platforms, Nigeria Info PH. All right, so what do I want to talk about? Local government elections. In about 18 days' time, the 5th of October will be upon us, and it will be time for the local government elections. 3 Saturdays from now, that is. It will be time for the local government elections. I have said this countless times. And, we were taught in school, secondary school, government class, or even in the university, for those who did political science, that the local government is one of the most vital governments, because it is the government that directly interfaces with the people. In 1999, when democracy returned, when we left the military rule, local governments were really powerful governments. As a matter of fact, I think it was Marcus Ijoma who told us one time that local government chairmen during the 1999 set, majority of them became governors because of how powerful the local government structure was at the time. What changed is what I'm going to try to find out on the show today. And hopefully we will get the answers to that. What changed? How did, such a powerful structure at some point become an appendage or become an extension of state governor's office? It's something that confuses me. So while I was thinking, what do we talk about? I had to remind Rivers people of how sensitive this local government elections are and how important. Now, in the Constitution, the role and responsibility of the local government is penned down. Naming streets, doing markets, setting, is it trunk C roads now? Ensuring that certain minor basic amenities are available. Now, guess what? Some of these responsibilities and roles of local governments have been left for state governors. I wonder if it is because state governors have somehow taken over. And I'm not saying this because we're having elections in Rivers State. I'm trying to paint a general picture, right? State governors have somewhat taken over, the power, the political power, and even the administrative power of the local governments. And some people will say, except for Kaduna State under El-Rufai, some people would quote that every other state's governor had his party men win local government elections. Just last week, was it Wednesday? I can't remember now. We had a guest here in the studio on Hard Facts talk about why the governor should not select people, but he should allow a level playing field for all parties, to contest. And if he's going to select, he should select from across all the parties so as to have everybody satisfied. And so there is that mentality that it has to be the governor's office extension. But there is a twist. Not so long ago, the Supreme Court gave a judgment, and some people argued as to the feasibility of the implementation of that judgment. Now we hear that the governors and the Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, had some kind of parley, some kind of agreement where they would give a 3 month window to the application of that judgment. Are we approaching the 3 month window? I think we are. I think we are. And so, how ready are the people to take over the local government structure is the big question I'm trying to ask on the show today, and it's a very important question. I'll tell you why. Look at the political battle in the state. At some point, it took the dimension of the local government administration. See, if it wasn't as important, for instance, if I ask you, do you think the House of Assembly is an important organ of government? Even though some people also say that they're still appendages to, the governors, or at the center, appendages to the president. Even though there is that argument, it's an important organ, and I think you'll agree with me, because they are saddled with the responsibility of checkmating the executive arm of government, and they're saddled with the responsibility of making laws for the betterment of the people. Even though sometimes we feel they have made certain laws that are not, in favor of the people. And so if you argue that that organ of government is an important organ, you would understand why there is the battle. Here in Rivers State, we've got the Victor Oko Jumbo led assembly. We've got the Martin Ameule led assembly. And just like that, we also have a huge battle. So we saw local government chairmen who had their time expire saying, because of certain politics, and of course they made reference to the laws made by, the Martin Ameule led assembly, say they would not leave office, even though a court had now stated that the law was illegal. And do you know why that law was made in the first place? In my opinion, it somehow relates to the politicking in Rivers State. So now that goes to show you how important. And if it wasn't important, would the governor have made the political move that he made? Despite the hue and cry as to how illegal, and of course there was the Supreme Court proclamation about the illegality of CTCs, we saw the emergence of CTCs in Rivers State. All of that are now in the past, right? Although we still have court cases here and there, what we have now supposedly is the upcoming local government elections. But it looks like the people are not talking about it that much. It looks like it gives a feel of apathy. It gives a feel of they don't already select who go win. It gives a feel of that, right? And I'm wondering why the people are not clamoring. And I might be wrong, and that's why it's a conversation. And that's why it's a conversation, so we can get the facts. I'm wondering why the people are not clamoring to know who the contestants are. According to the timeline given by RESEC, the time for the candidates, or rather the parties, to submit their candidates have passed. I think we are in the stage, I might be wrong, I think I need to recheck what the timeline says. But I think the last time I checked, we were in the period of a substitution of candidates. And this is the campaign period. Have we really seen campaigns apart from occasional posts on social media, showing flyers of people who intend to contest? And I won't lie to you, I've only seen that of one particular party in the state. But I don't know, am I wrong? Do you know in your community, in your local government, who are the people running? Because I still see people who pay to make announcements, and they say, hey, we would like XYZ person from XYZ ward in XYZ local government to run for local government election. I wish they knew that the time has passed, for the submission of names for those who want to run. I mean, if I should go through the news bulletin today, I probably would see, some group saying that they are calling on certain individuals to run for, certain position. Look at this. Ahead of the October the 5th local government election, the paramount ruler of Mogo community in Gokana local government area of Rivers State, Man Stephen Pierre, says the people of Pen Mogo community have decided to withhold support from any individual contesting the councillorship position from outside the community. All right. So you see that they're still, and I'm wondering if they actually know the individuals who are running for these elective positions. If it were the state's election, you would have heard, so much noise about who's running for House of Assembly position in whatever constituency. You would have heard, the governorship candidates or the Guba candidates, have debates and have a go at each other, even though sometimes we think some of the words that they use are not, not right words or friendly words, and they should do better. But we are seeing a situation where there is seemingly some kind of silence. I might be wrong once again. Yes, they may be consulting with the people directly. They may be reaching out to the people, but there seemingly is this silence, like, everybody knows what is going to happen. Like, everybody understands. And more of a concern for me is the citizenry, the electorate, who are supposed to be concerned about who is coming to take over local government administration in their locality, and they are not bothered at all. And tomorrow they will shout, oh, it's the president, oh, it's the governor. But to a large extent, the local governments have major roles to play, major economic development roles to play. So are you prepared? That's the question I'm asking. But I do have a commercial break. When I do come back, you and I will talk some more decisions.
You are tuned in to
Nigeria Info.
We'll be right back after this.
Past the hour of 4, you're still listening to 92.3 Nigeria Info. This is Hard Facts. I am Kalada Kurubatabo, and you are welcome. All right, so I was just telling you about local government election that will come your way if you're in River State. That will happen, that will occur in about 18 days' time, and how there is seemingly some level of quietness. I don't know if it's because of court cases. I don't know if there's anyone actually stopping, because the one I know of is the one initiated or instituted by Tony Okocha, asking the court to grant an ex parte order stopping INEC from releasing the voters register to RESEC, and also the police and DSS from providing, even though, even at that time, we had seen the end. But yeah, I'm wondering why there is so much, or not so much happening at a local government level. And as a person living in one local government or the other, whether you're from there or not, I do believe your voter's card is registered to one local government or the other. It could be Port Harcourt, it could be Obiakpor, it could be Ikwere local government area, it could be Eche, it could be Ogba Ebuma Indoni, it could be, Opobo, Boni, whichever one it is. The question is, are you very familiar with the candidates from the various political parties, and do you know how and who you want to select for local government elections? Are you even going to participate? I think that should have been the first question. I'd like to hear from you. 0817 923 0002, 0817 923 0003, and 0817 923 0007. Someone would ask me, what the importance of the local government? What is? But I want you to imagine if we did not have state government, all we had was the federal government. Do you think there would have been an even distribution or a good distribution of resources, appointments, development? The state governors have a role to play, and that's the same way for the local government. But it looks like the local government has been overlooked over the years, and it's time for us to look therein. The other day we checked and we saw that some local governments in Rivers State take over 500 million every month. So what can they do with those amounts? What can they do? I think I told you how much my local government collect, right? And Clinton, who has just called in, also checked, and he was marveled by how much that goes into Kana local government area. So, it's time for us to begin to follow the money and ensure that these people do the right thing. I've got Lumba. Lumba is calling me from Eleme. Welcome, Engineer Lumba.
I greet you, Canada.
I greet you right back.
Yeah, you are talking about local government elections.
Yes, I am.
You hear what you talk. You said that local government have become apprentices of governors.
Oh, no. I did not say so. But go ahead.
Let me tell you something. Even National Assembly have become apprentices of presidents.
I said some people say so.
That the session yesterday, discussion you are saying yesterday, I asked you a question. I don't know why I asked me that question. When I was coming that time, I don't hear you very well. You see what happened to this election that I want to do? This election that they want to do now. You see, nobody knows how to go about it. And you can see that the human being wants to stronger than the institution. Somebody went to court and say that they should stop constitutional something. And if you're not careful, court will grant that person that thing to stop the constitution.
So is Lumba, is that why there seemingly is little or nothing happening as a regard? Because RESEC will tell you they are preparing, the process is on, they are ready.
Let me tell you one story.
All right,
the last election, the local government election that not these people that just come out now. Kalata, I go there. I'm a socialist and I like to see something in my eye. And sometimes it's a cry of my heart that things are happening the way it's happening. When I reached there, I saw the research people, about 10 people sitting in the table. And I see two Abudu boys. When they tear the paper, they give the Abudu to come and stop the paper. That was what was going on there. When I reached there, the research man know me. He called me my name. That I should come and vote. I show him my PVC.
When did it happen? When did this happen? When did this happen?
The people that are going down, and these people say they're not going to leave office when they were about to go. For about here. When I said I will stand by there, they stopped the paper for the polling units. I was there. Only 7 people there for the polling units. Only 7. And I mean make them 8. When I say the attire, they just go and bring me down and they don't give me. They might come do me, I come laugh. I thought I could have done that. Only 7 people plus me, that's 8. That's what happened there. That's how people come to power.
All right.
Institution here is useless. Nigeria is useless.
No. Lumba, I'm sorry, I have to let you go. We don't use such words. I've got Clinton from Bori. Clinton, welcome. What is on your mind?
Kalada, first, we must understand that Nigeria runs 3 tiers of government.
Okay.
The state, the federal, the local government. And one cannot overemphasize the importance of the local government. I know that we Nigerians have always overlooked the local government simply because they do nothing, like in terms of infrastructure. But good thing, the president have signed the local government autonomy into law. We thank God for that approach. And again, would the big men that are bigger than our institution allow the local government chairman perform optimally?
But Clinton, that's where you come in. If you go out there and the likes of other Rivers people go out there and ensure that their vote counts, don't you think that is the emancipation of the local government structure, starting from River State?
Kalada, me and you will have very little role to play here. I don't think, yes, we have to make that move. But there are people are stronger than the institution when they don't do anything. When they stay in their core mandate, the institution will protect them. But going forward, I want anybody that wants to invest as a local government chair for my own local government to prioritize the affairs of the people. I am not participating in that election because I know the process is currently legal banned. But anyone that comes out, if the process is actually going to occur, let the person be sincere to the people and actually.
But how can the person be sincere if you do not play your part? But anyways, Clinton, I've got to go. I've got Simeon from Indele. Simeon, welcome. Tell me what is on your mind. I'd like to hear from you, Simeon. Yeah, greetings to you, Simeon.
Problem with this local government election. Actually, it is cool. It is as if nothing is going on.
Okay.
Because I think election that will be taking place in the absence of APC and PDP. Well, we have to think about it, on the one hand. And secondly, what actually...
All right, we had some disconnection there, but I've got Hector from Ogbogoro. Hector, welcome. Tell me your thoughts, please.
Okay, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
The local government is the closest to the people, according to what we are taught in school. And since they are the closest to the people supposed to, feel the impact of government in the local government.
All right.
But the narrative is different. Not just limiting it to River State. However, I know that with the kind of person that some of us are expecting to mount the chairmanship from October 5th, if those persons we are expecting succeed, some of the local government is beginning to see green light in terms of development. Local government should not be that instrument or that structure the state governors are using to win elections. So the skill of structure, I believe, we come and hand. And the government that we have today is not that political desperado. He always make use of local government as a tool to do whatever thing that he wants to do.
All right.
Local government where I come from, Begima, we've already known the candidate, but for certain reasons.
What you say? Sorry, you said you've known a candidate. When you said the candidate, I'm confused. Is it the consensus candidate of all the political parties? Is he your candidate or your political party's candidate? And what is the reason? For what reason are you not letting the people know? I mean, should the people not vote?
For now, I don't belong to any political party.
Okay.
But I've seen different candidates, on social media, posters, all over. But I think I've seen up to 6 to 5 different parties, flagging of their candidates.
Okay.
Seriously
on social media, you say, but not physically. What about physically?
People I've seen posters.
Okay. But apart from posters, have you seen physical interactions? People going from door to door. Mama, Papa, I mean, won't come out for local government chairman. Are we seeing that happen?
I think I don't believe in
All right. Hector, I've got to go. All right.
Preparation is also ongoing.
All right. Thank you very much. I've got Real Give from Port Harcourt Township. Real Give, it's good to have you. Tell me your thoughts.
Thank you very much for having me today.
All right.
Is it afternoon or evening?
Good afternoon to you. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Chief K.
Mm.
Chief K, let me start this way. If you take a cup of water from your house, you leave your house, Wakago reach where we river day, and you pour that one cup of water inside the river. Is it possible for you to spot
any difference? Okay, I think it's almost impossible.
That is why you told Comrade Clinton that now we. Yes, I know now we. But when we do our do, we say our say, they do their do, or we go out on the day of election, we do our voting, which is our civic right, and then they do their do. Are you still blaming me? Or Comrade Clinton?
Okay. Now, Real Gift. Let me ask you this question: would you participate? I don't know where your voter's card is stationed or located, but would you participate?
Of course, I will, and I will go take a plunge into the question he asked. The thing is this: as I speak to you, for me, I want to see myself as a stakeholder in the world where I domicile. But as I speak to you, I don't even know at least one or two of the candidates for councillorship of that ward, not to talk of the person going for the local government chair itself. As I speak to you, it's not going on social media, just like you asked the last caller, Mr. Hector, door to door. This is local government, especially the councillors are supposed to go door to door, and then let's say the aspirants for chairmanship, even if it means word to word, and but as I speak to you, except maybe it's not yet campaign time.
It's campaign. I think campaign started on the 4th. On the 4th of September.
On the 4th of September.
I think so, yeah, if I remember vividly.
And up till now, nobody done campaign can reach my domot. And then you tell me I should go and vote. For who? It's really unfortunate that maybe because of that court, is it the restraining order or what have you? Because if from what we heard or what I read, RIFSEC is not supposed to have the voters from INEC, according to that court order or whatever, waiting the voice conduct the election. That means the election itself is even sitting on fence. But I pray before then, this jam locks should be pushed away so that at the end of the day, let's put persons we believe can do one or two things in the local government. I speak to you before I drop, please. While I was a boy, when men were boys, the city, as we call them then, were in charge of cleaning drainages in Port Harcourt City. But as I speak to you, I don't know if you remember the last time the drainage in front of the company where I domicile has been cleaned, thereby causing flash flood when it rains heavily, just like it did today.
All right.
And then you tell me the local government is existing.
But it also shows you the importance of local government. I've got Bright from Rumodumaya, Azunda from Rumeme. Please do stay on the line. Bright, welcome. Tell me what's on your mind, please.
Thank you, Kalala. Good evening.
Yeah, greetings. Good afternoon.
When we talk about local government is the government that is closer to the people, and the only way we impress it that the leader of the local government will do well, not by leaving it in the hands of the governor or any other person. I believe in local government because when we talk about even in agriculture, street lights, cleaning of drainage, town hall meeting and so on, you can get all these things from local government. Then concerning the state government, even the people that are working as caretaker now, they are saying that although they are contesting election, they are currently serving as caretaker chairman. They say they don't belong to any political party, and they belong to the same movement. And you want to run local government election. Which party would you run on? No PDP, no APC. Nobody has declared intention and running for the party.
But some people have seen posters. No, Bright. Just pause for a bit. I myself, I told you I've seen posters. I don't know if I should call the political party. I don't know if it matters, but I've seen posters. Hector says he has seen posters as well. So I've seen all of those artwork on social media, but physically, I mean, I'm in Obiakpo. I've not really seen any movement in Obiakpo, for instance, in the area Akpo, to be precise, where I find myself.
Okay, I'm going from Obiakpo headquarters, which is Rumor of Maya. And when we talk about local government, it's supposed to be door-to-door campaigning, door-to-door meeting people. Know the chairman or council. Not by going on social media. How many local people have radio? Now, as I'm speaking with you, no light. So how do you reach out to people? Apart from you interpreting them in their communities and villages, these are the things they are supposed to do.
All right.
Since they are outside, they know on their own that no, they don't belong to any political party other than movement. And what is movement? Movement is a political party.
All right.
So there is that time they come close to the people and do the right thing. Concerning the state thing,
Azunda, Bright, I've got to go. I'm sorry. I've got to go.
From one community to another.
All right. I've got Azunda from Rumeme. I'm sorry, Bright. You're taking too long to arrive. Azunda, welcome.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, welcome.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, welcome.
You asked a question why there is a kind of some quietness.
Yeah, it's cold. It's cold. When we talk local government, it's just so cold.
The reason, I think for me, there are two reasons concerning that. Some people have a kind of belief that the election might not vote.
Okay.
And secondly, some people also still believe that few persons are being handpicked.
Okay.
So that might be the
So what do you believe? Because RESEC a couple of weeks ago, and I think even recently, said that they are prepared, they are ready for the election. There is a timetable.
You mean my own belief?
Yeah, what's your own belief?
For me, I believe that the election might not.
Oh, okay, all right. You're not so you're not
because of some reason.
You're not planning to participate then, if I understand you correctly.
I will participate if it actually votes.
All right, okay. All right, thank you very much, Azunda from Rumeme. I've got Ken. Is it Ken from Ubumini? Is it Ken? Welcome. Tell me your thoughts, please. I'd love to hear.
Good afternoon, Kalada, once more.
Yeah, afternoon once more.
Kalada, I am afraid of what is happening in this dispensation of local government election period.
I get you. Why are you afraid? Tell me about it.
As I'm talking to you now, here in Ubumini community, Ward 12 in Emo of a local government, I am still yet to know a councillor campaigning for himself as the ward councillor in contestant.
Ken, could it be that you've not been at the right places, or you've just not been on the lookout for these contestants who probably have been doing their campaign in more strategic ways? I'm just asking, Ken.
Kalada, I am a traditional ruler who lives in the community and knows what is happening in the community. Nobody has ever come to me to indicate his interest and other people. So what I am expecting this time around, it is not, let me say what I'm seeing this time around is not the traditional way of election in River State. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. I've just gone back to my phone and I've seen the picture of the timeline, should I say timetable for the 2024 election, local government elections in Rivers State. Give from Yenagoa, please just hold on for a bit if you can hear me. And yesterday, which was Monday the 16th of September 2024, to Friday the 27th of September 2024, slated or is or was slated, whichever one is correct now, for the publication of notice of date and time of poll, full names and addresses of the candidates' location of polling station or unit, and display of voters' register at every unit, according to Section 39 of RESEC Law Number 2 of 2018. I take it again, from 16th, which was yesterday, to the 27th of September, which is next week, Friday, 2024, publication of notice of date and time of poll, full names and addresses of the candidate's location of polling station or unit, and display of voters' register at every unit. So I think the display of names at the various polling units should have started. Okay, yesterday was public holiday, so I would like to think it started today. Also, from the 16th to the 21st of September, that is this Saturday, I believe, we would see the submission in writing of names, passport photographs, and addresses of party agents and the polling stations and units to which they have been assigned by the candidates, according to Section 38 of RESEC Law Number 2 of 2018. And then on the 23rd of September, which is next week, Monday, we would see the publication of names of candidates, their nominators, addresses, and occupation at RESEC headquarters, according to Section 25 of RESEC Law Number 2 of 2018. Yeah. And midnight, 3rd October 2024, campaign ends. My goodness. But yet again, do you know who the candidates are? Gifts is calling from Yenigua.
Man of the people.
Yeah, Gift, welcome.
Thank you. Let me tell you, this is the reason why I don't pity governors. Look at what is happening now in Edo State. Shouting, crying, panic. A wicked nephew, cousin, niece, and whatever name you want to say. Look at what you're asking. As a journalist, you don't even know what is happening. People of the state, even from here, from Bias, I can feel it. It is very clear and glaring. Why are we like this? Then tomorrow you will stand up and shout, INEC do this, INEC do that.
But is it RESEC's fault? Is it? I'm wondering, because RESEC timetable is out. We look at we find a way. You know, media people are trying to get across to him. I like to think it's a very busy individual at this point.
Oh my God!
I mean,
is that how Yakubu behaves? Or the RESEC people that you are interviewing in your former radio station. I know you now, somebody who is on ground, the table shaker.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We trust and believe in your ability.
I don't know what you're talking about.
When you raise this type of critical matters, I love journalists like this that want to wake up people who are still sleeping. People are sleeping as far as
So what's your point? What's your point?
They are not shouting on top of their voices. You always clap and sing Hosanna, Hosanna to the highest. When the state government and RESEC are doing what is evil to the people of Rivers State as far as this election is concerned. Look at what is happening. Nothing is going on. People are talking about movement. No political party that they want to make use of. They are confused. Even court matters that are on ground, you don't want to obey. And the person that is in charge of that place is the former judge. What is going on? We should call them to order. I love what you are doing.
But gifts. You know, if you're referring to that order, it did not say the election should not hold. It only said, hey, police, DSS, don't give them cover. INEC don't give them register. But what if they say everybody come with your voter's card? If you come with your voter's card, you vote. I mean, no, I don't think the local government election is covered by, you know, INEC's codes and conducts.
I'm talking about register, voters register.
Like I said,
without the INEC voters
register, I don't think I agree. But
you agree with me?
I don't think I agree. I think I've spoken to.
I'm telling you, if you go ahead with that, they will nullify that.
Okay.
It is nullity. You cannot.
Right. We will speak with. Gift, I've got to go. We will speak with lawyers. We'll speak to lawyers as it relates to that one. But let's come to this. Let's see. Let's come to WhatsApp now. Canada RESEC was supposed to publish the particulars of candidates in all the polling units 3 weeks to election according to the electoral rules. I've read that one now. But I'm asking, apart from RESEC doing that, what about the candidates? Have they come out to say, hey, for instance, what if I'm running for the ward in my ward in Asari Toro? I mean, do the people in Asari Toro know I'm running? That's the question I'm asking. But you earlier said, I live in Garrison. There is no sign of any candidate or electioneering process here. 3 weeks to election, no sign of anything. I'm not sure there will be election, but if it happens, I think it will be a charade. Okay, I do have a commercial coming, but I have a lot of messages to read, so I think I'm going to try reading some of the messages after the commercial. But let's see what News in Ikira, or rather Tango Ability Atuebu is trying to say. It says, man of the people, as RESEC is ready to conduct local government election, I'm also fully ready for the local government election. All right, thank you very much, Tango Ability Atuebu. Let's see, this one says, RESEC is supposed to publish names of candidates yesterday, Monday. I don't think that has been done as we speak, but let's wait and see what happens in the coming days. However, I'm not seeing the elections hold in ACN cabin with that one. All right, I'll go for the commercial. When I do come back, I'll talk some more to stations.
Facts will be right back.
The show.